Update 33 is coming on May 10 with game-changing features such as revamped Infestations, Playheart's Awakening, revamped Sieges and few other important changes. So in this video, I will do in-depth breakdown of all the features so you can be better prepared for the evolved zombie apocalypse. First, let's break down the Infestations Revamp. Number 1. Infestations are the most annoying part of the game, so to make them more reasonable and player controlled, it has been made that they will no longer form out of nowhere, but the only source of infestations will be the awakened playhearts which only players can cause. When we start a game, all the playhearts in the map will start in dormant state, but if we disturb any, it will wake up and will start to release infestation hordes regularly over time to infest new buildings and also reinforce existing infestations. When new infestations are formed, they will start at level 1 and the infestation hordes from playhearts will reinforce them until they reach level 3. Each reinforcement will increase an infestation's level by 1. Number 2. Infestation hordes can also leave from an existing infestation to a different location, but this action will lower the source infestation's level by 1. Number 3. Infestation hordes can be intercepted and killed midway before they reach their destination, but the hordes always include bloaters in them to prevent us from quickly running them over with our vehicles. Number 4. Infestation hordes are even capable of infesting our outposts. We won't completely lose our outpost to this, but we will only lose our outpost benefit until it is cleared. Number 5. Higher level infestations will even have ferals and juggernauts with them, but screamers are the ones controlling infestations, so killing only screamers is enough to clear infestations. To make clearing infestations more rewarding, killing the other freaks of the infestations will now drop a quality loot depending on the freak type and the level of the infestation. Killing a bloater from an infestation will drop a health consumable, killing a feral will drop one of the professional muzzle attachments or a few bullets, and killing a juggernaut will drop a powerful gun or an ammo press facility mod. Number 6. Infestations highlight the playheart they came from, and when that playheart is destroyed, the chain of infestations it created will also be eliminated over time. Number 7. Since playhearts are the only source of infestations, they will not form after all the playhearts are destroyed. Now let's break down the playheart's awakening mechanics. When we start a game, all the playhearts in a map will start in dormant state, but the following activities will wake up one or more hearts depending on the situation. Number 1. Attacking a playheart will wake it. Number 2. Destroying a playheart will wake up all other hearts in its territory. Number 3. Screamer's Scream will wake up playhearts. 2 screams will do the job in lethal zone, while it takes 7 screams in green zone. Number 4. Killing zombies inside plague territories will wake up playhearts. Interestingly, playhearts in all the difficulties are dormant with a 56-minute disturbance timer. Each heart will be dormant with 0 minutes of disturbance, and killing each zombie will add a few minutes of disturbance to a heart. A heart will finally wake up when it reaches 56 minutes of disturbance, and it will never sleep again. For example, in lethal zone, killing a plague zombie adds 5.5 minutes and killing a regular zombie adds 3.4 minutes to a playheart's disturbance timer. This means that killing 11 plague zombies in a plague territory will wake up the playheart in lethal zone. These numbers will vary depends on our action difficulty, and here are the numbers it takes to wake up playhearts in all the difficulties. So if we are looking to avoid waking up a playheart after killing a few zombies, we should leave the territory for the next 56 minutes for the heart to completely cool down, and then we can get back and continue our activity there without the risk of waking up the playheart. The following are the additional playheart mechanics we must learn. Number 1. The previously mentioned actions will wake up playhearts even if they are not scouted. Only those actions will wake up playhearts as of now, so we can make how much noise maybe we want near playhearts and it won't wake them up. Number 2. Killing screamers and bloaters will not wake up playhearts. Also, zombies killed by traders and enclaves will not wake them up. Zombies killed by our followers will wake up plague hearts, but in a much slower rate. Number 3. Killing only the alerted zombies will wake up plague hearts. So sniping the unaware zombies and stealth killing will not wake them up. Number 4. The game will give us a warning when a sleeping plague heart reaches 75% disturbed state. Number 5. In the middle of a cluster of plague hearts, only the closest heart from our position will monitor the activities we do. For example, if the left side heart is our closest, no matter how many zombies we kill from this spot, it will never wake up the right side heart even if the left heart is awake. This applies to the screamers as well. If the left heart is the closest one to this screamer, his screams will never wake up the right side heart even if he screams 1,000 times. But if he moves 2 meters to the right and screams, it will wake up the right side heart. Now let's learn about the newly added radio commands. When plague hearts and infestations are out of sight, the activities they do will also be hidden from us, which leads to hidden infestations and infestation hordes. So to solve this problem, 2 new radio commands are added to the game. Number 1. Scouting infestations. This command reveals all the hidden infestations and infestation hordes present on the map. Number 2. Destroying an infestation. This command will destroy the nearest infestation to the base. Now let's learn about the outpost defenses. Number 1. Passive scouting ability. We cannot always spend our resources or time to scout the hidden infestations, so all our outposts and our base have now received passive scouting ability. Cell towers received 500 meters scouting radius and the remaining outposts received 250 meters scouting radius. But the scouting radius of our base depends on the level of our command center. Having a sniper tower increases the scouting radius of our base by 100 meters, but watchtowers will not add anything. Any infestation and infestation hordes present inside the scouting radius will automatically be scouted and updated on the map regardless of our current location. Our nearby zombie hordes and freak zombies will also be scouted if they are rendered inside the radius. Number 2. Outpost traps. To protect our outposts from infestation hordes, we can now make the entire safe zone of our outposts as invisible minefields with outpost traps. The minefields will be laid on the whole safe zone even if it is partially covered by plague territories. There is no limit on how many zombies the minefields can kill, so it works better than even the Haven device. But minefields cannot be activated in the outposts that are located inside our base safe zone. Number 3. Infestation bait. Outposts now have infestation bait feature, which when activated will turn all the infestations within a specific radius into infestation hordes and attract them towards it. If we activate infestation bait along with the outpost minefields, all the nearby infestations will be attracted towards our outpost and will be destroyed by the minefields. Number 4. Plague Disruptors. This is an exclusive feature to the cell towers and it reduces the plague heart disturbance rate by 5 times when activated. This means we have to kill 5 times as many zombies than usual to wake up plague hearts. Plague disruptors also increase the number of screams required to wake up plague hearts. Now let's break down the Siege Mechanics Revamp. From this update, we no longer will get random sieges. The sieges are now controlled by infestations. When infestations form closer to the base, some will form as orange infestations instead of green. They level up just like other infestations, but they are the only ones capable of triggering a siege by launching siege hordes towards our base. If the siege infestations are immediately destroyed when they spawn, sieges cannot happen. A siege usually consists of multiple waves depends on the highest level of siege infestation present on the map. If there is any third level siege infestation present, we will have to face 3 waves of siege in which the first wave will be the easiest and the third wave will be the hardest. Once a siege starts, the third level siege infestations will release the first wave of siege hordes towards our base and will become level 2 infestations. Once the first wave is over, Second level siege infestations will release the second wave of siege hordes and will become level 1 infestations. Once the second wave is over, all the first level siege infestations will release the third wave of siege hordes and will despawn immediately. Here in the third wave, the siege infestations that previously were at third level will release bigger hordes with deadlier freaks with them, thus making the third wave harder. Once a siege starts, it will only end when all the siege infestations are depleted. We can also leave the siege mid-wave to destroy the siege infestations before the next wave begins. If we are not in the base when a siege is triggered, we will be given the usual 10-minute timer to reach the base, and the first wave of siege hordes will be waiting for us at the edge of our safe zone. If we fail to return to the base before the timer, the siege will start to happen off-screen wave by wave, which means even after the 10-minute timer, we are now given the choice to join the siege in its mid-wave. The penalty of missing the siege depends on how many waves we missed. It ranges from losing a few resources to losing tens of resources, character injuries, and damaged facilities. The following are the additional siege mechanics we must learn. Number 1. Completing sieges now gives prestige points instead of influence. A 2-wave siege will give us 200 prestige points and a 3-wave siege will give us 300 prestige points. But Deniable and Cleo sieges are not affected by this. Number 2. Exiting to the main menu and starting the game will not cancel the siege. Instead, the siege will continue from the beginning of the wave we were at last time. Number 3. Only 3 infestations near our base are allowed to become the siege infestations at the same time, so even if the infestations went out of control, siege infestations cannot exceed 3 at a time. If we make one of the existing siege infestation locations as our outpost, another location will take its place. Number 4. Only the siege infestations will affect our morale since they are the only threat to our communities. One infestation will give -3, 2 infestations will give -7, and 3 infestations will give -15 morale regardless of their level. Number 5. Before this update, only the threat level was displayed on our base screen, but now it has been split into noise and threat level. Our noise level determines the infestation's growth rate, so more noise means more infestation hordes will be released from the player hearts. Our threat level indicates the actual zombie threat, which will be determined by the number of siege infestations present on the map. Each level of a siege infestation adds 2.5 threat to the threat meter. So higher level siege infestations mean higher threat, which means more siege hordes will be sent, which leads to bigger sieges. The Deniable and Cleo sieges are completely unaffected by these changes, so they work exactly the same as how they did before this update. The intensity of those sieges still depends on the noise level rather than threat level. Number 6. Once a siege is triggered, the game will not allow us to change our bases until the siege is over. But changing our maps is not affected by this. Now let's look at the other important changes. Number 1. Haven device received a huge nerf. Now it can only kill a maximum of 7 freak zombies or 20 regular zombies at a time and needs a 15-minute cooldown to kill zombies again. So it cannot prevent sieges from happening at any point. Number 2. Most of the larger vehicles have received a major upgrade to their trunk capacity, making them extremely useful for early game scavenging. The most important ones are Vandito, Cargo Van and Meat Wagon, which now have 15 slots in the trunk. And here are the other vehicles that also have received the trunk upgrade. Number 3. Watchtowers no longer reduce threat levels. Instead, they increase our base safe zone radius depending on their type and level. Level 1 extends the radius by 15 meters, Level 2 extends the radius by 30 meters, Dread Talon and Sniper Tower extend the radius by 45 meters. If we have multiple watchtowers, only the highest tier extended radius will be applied. The game can only render zombies within around 100 meters from our location. Because of this, zombies always spawn and accumulate at the edge of our base safe zone. Since higher tier watchtowers extend the radius up to 118 meters, The game cannot render zombies beyond that, so watchtowers prevent zombies from accumulating around our base safe zone. Number 4. Since the release of the game, the supply locker was really a mess with a bad sorting order which did not prioritize the emergency items like plague cures on the top. The most used items were also not on the top. So the sorting order has been changed in this update, and the default sorting order now prioritizes the plague cures on the top, followed by health, stamina and vehicle consumables. The least used items are sent to the bottom of the locker. Number 5. We can now aim our gun almost 90 degrees down, so when we are on the high ground, it will be very easy to shoot ferals and other zombies. Undead Labs recommends a fresh map for this update to make sure all the new features work as intended. If you like this video format, let me know in the comments. I hope you find this video extremely useful.